When you lose your husband, the world shifts. His voice, his laughter, even the small things like how he liked his coffee or how he handled the bills linger in memory, and suddenly the house feels like a museum of shared moments. And then, after the flowers fade and the quiet stretches too long, the letters begin to arrive: government forms, statements, things asking you for information you don't feel ready to give. For many widows, this is the first time they face the term survivor benefits. It feels unfair that love and grief have to share space with bureaucracy. Yet tucked inside that maze of rules is something meant to care for you: the continuation of everything your husband contributed through his working life. What he built doesn't disappear. Those earnings and years became a benefit that can help you keep your footing. This isn't charity. It's the practical reflection of a lifetime of partnership, and today we're going to make sense of how it works and what really happens to your husband's Social Security in 2026. According to the Social Security Administration, when a spouse passes away, the surviving husband or wife may be eligible to receive up to 100% of the deceased partner's benefit. The amount depends on your age when you begin receiving it, your own earnings history, and a few additional factors. The SSA website contains the full technical explanation, but the heart of the matter is simple. If your spouse worked and paid into the system, that benefit doesn't vanish. It becomes the survivor benefit, and you have the right to claim it when the timing is right for you. The earlier you take it, the smaller the monthly check. The later you wait, the larger the check becomes. This sliding scale is how the system balances total lifetime payouts. It's not designed to punish or reward, only to offer flexibility, something that can be hard to see when the paperwork feels impersonal. But once you translate the numbers into everyday language, the choices become clearer. Imagine that your husband's full retirement benefit, his monthly payment at full retirement age, was $3,100. Let's say your own retirement benefit is projected to be $2,400. If you choose to claim your survivor benefit at age 60, you'll receive about 71% of your husband's full benefit. That's roughly $2,200 each month, and that amount is permanent, aside from cost of living increases. If you wait until your full retirement age, which for most people born after 1943 falls between 66 and 67, the benefit rises to the full $3,100. That $900 difference each month doesn't sound enormous at first, but multiply it by 12 months and then by several decades, and you'll see how powerful timing can be. Over 10 years, waiting could add more than $100,000 of additional income. Whether that's worth the wait depends on your personal needs, health, and resources. But understanding the trade-off gives you real control. Timing is not just arithmetic, it's strategy. In the survivor benefit world, you often qualify for two potential benefits: the one based on your husband's record and the one based on your own record. You can only receive one at a time, but the rules let you move between them. Some widows start by claiming their own reduced retirement benefit at 62, perhaps $1,800. Then Labubu retirement age switch to the larger survivor benefit of $3,100. Others do the reverse, using the survivor benefit first while their own benefits grow with delayed credits until age 70. Then switching to that if it surpasses the survivor amount. These options form what financial professionals call the switcher strategy. It isn't a loophole, it's built into the law to give families flexibility. The point is not to pick the benefit that starts first, but to identify which option gives you the highest lifetime total and the most peace of mind. Every situation differs, and choosing wisely can mean the difference between scraping through or feeling secure. Think of the period between ages 60 and 70 as a timeline of possibility. At age 60, you may start survivor benefits, but they'll always be reduced compared with waiting. At age 62, you can begin your own retirement benefits, also reduced. Between 66 and 67, your full retirement age. Survivor benefits reach their maximum value 100% of your late husband's record. At 70, your own retirement benefits stop growing because delayed credits end, though survivor benefits don't grow beyond full retirement age. Each year offers a different balance of immediate cash and future stability. Some people need the comfort of income right away. Others can wait for the reassurance of a larger steady payment later. Neither path is wrong, it's just a matter of aligning the numbers with the kind of life you want to live over the next decade. Along the way, a few common mistakes appear again and again. The first is claiming too early without realizing how that decision echoes for life. Once the smaller amount is locked in, it stays smaller forever, even if you later reach retirement age. The second mistake is believing remarriage automatically wipes everything out. That's not true. If you remarry after turning 60, your survivor benefits from your first spouse are unaffected. It's only remarriage before age 60 that ends eligibility. The third mistake is skipping the comparison of your two benefits. People often assume the survivor benefit is automatically higher, or that the Social Security Administration will switch them if a better option appears. It won't. You have to check for yourself, compare your own record and your late husband's. Then plan the switch at the right moment. Avoiding these traps isn't complicated. It just requires slowing down enough to ask questions and verify the facts before making a decision. When you're ready to take action, a few simple steps can make everything smoother. Start by creating an online account at sf.gov/my account. Review both your own and your late husband's earnings records and confirm there are no missing years or incorrect amounts. Keep copies of these printouts for your files. Gather essential documents: your husband's death certificate, your marriage certificate, birth certificates, social security cards, proof of citizenship or lawful status, everything you might be asked to produce. Placing them in one folder or envelope saves stress later. Once paperwork is organized, spend time using the calculators on the SSA website to model different scenarios. Enter your actual numbers to see how payments change at 60, 62, full retirement age, and 70. Don't guess, let the calculator show you. With those numbers in hand, schedule a conversation with a Social Security representative. Come in with specific questions like, if I start survivor benefits this year, can I switch to my own record later, and what would the amounts be? Representatives can pull your exact data and detail the consequences of each path. During these appointments, take notes, names, dates, what you were told. If details change, your notes can serve as documentation. Preparation also extends to reviewing the rest of your income picture. If you're working part-time, receiving a pension, or drawing on savings, bring those details to any discussion with Social Security or a financial advisor. Benefits can interact. Sometimes earnings above certain thresholds reduce payments temporarily through what's called the earnings test. The more complete your picture, the fewer surprises you'll face later. And don't hesitate to consult a financial advisor familiar with survivor benefits. A single session can highlight concerns you didn't know you had, like managing taxes on Social Security or coordinating withdrawals from retirement accounts. Above all, remember that preparation is self-care. Grief drains energy, but organization returns power. Create your own timeline. Mark your important birthdays, the ones that trigger benefit changes, and treat every form you fill out as one small step toward comp stability. There's no race. The SSA doesn't reward speed, it rewards accuracy. A well-prepared claim usually moves through the system faster and provides you with exactly what you VA earn. As you step back and look at all this information, the picture becomes reassuring instead of daunting. Survivor benefits are simply the continuation of the work and life you and your husband shared. They're proof that the system recognizes partnership and contribution. You now know how crucial timing is, what the switcher strategy offers, why the age 60 rule for remarriage matters, which mistakes to avoid, and how a little organization now prevents frustration later. You've turned a confusing set of guidelines into a plan. Let's recap gently. Survivor benefits can begin as early as 60, but the earlier you claim, the smaller the lifetime amount. Waiting until full retirement age 66 or 67 for most yields the full payment. You can move between your own record and your spouse's record strategically, depending on which is higher at different ages. Remarrying after 60 won't affect eligibility, and comparing both benefits is essential. Prepare by reviewing records, collecting documents, running numbers, consulting professionals, and keeping excellent notes. These steps transform anxiety into readiness. Take one more deep breath. You and your husband built this together through decades of work and contribution. The Social Security survivor benefit is his way of continuing to support you financially. Claiming it thoughtfully isn't about chasing money. It's about honoring that shared effort and creating the stability you both hoped for. Spend time understanding the details, but let go of the fear that you'll do something wrong. Now you have clarity. Each of those monthly checks will carry the story of both of you, the life you built, the love that endures, and the wisdom you use to protect your future. You've got this, and you deserve the comfort, confidence, and calm that come when you claim what's rightfully yours.